So I'm pulling up in the Wawa. As I'm pulling up in the Wawa, this guy, he cuts me off. It was a weird cutoff. Like, the cutoff was like, it was like one of those cutoffs where somebody can make you feel like you don't even exist. It was just like, okay. Didn't really pay much attention, but I saw who the guy was in the car, but, didn't really pay much attention. So, still driving in the parking lot, go get some gas. If you don't know what a Wawa is where you can get food. It's basically like the biggest convenience store, per se. Everybody has a convenience store where they're at. Sometimes it might be 7-Eleven, sometimes it might be Rite Aid, depending on where you at. I know in the West, they got different like type of convenience stores, but Wawa in the East, I think it's the main one. Don't quote me on that, but I believe Wawa is the main one. But you can get food there, you can get gas, and you can pump your tire. If your tire needs air, it's basically a very convenient store for the most part. But at any rate, so I'm going to go get some gas, and this same guy, he gets in front of the gas pump that I'm going to go to. I'm like, what in the world is going on? So I go in, I do my little bit of shopping, get me a sandwich. I get in line. So I'm getting ready to go to the cashier, and pay for my food. This guy cuts in front of me, and I looked at him. I'm like, is this the same guy that I had to take a double take? I'm like, is this the same guy that just cut in front of me in the parking lot and at the gas pump? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This is unbelievable. So I'm just looking, at this point, I'm looking at this guy, and I'm giving him the craziest look. Like at any moment, he can get DT'd in this store. Like, he got one more chance, man. He got one more chance to do something out of pocket. And it's on, man. And guess what this man does? This man cuts in front of me at the register. It was like this guy is just living like he's the only one on the planet. And he gets there and he doesn't have the money to pay for his food. Now, it's a whole line. It's literally about 18 people in this line. And so, to remind you, I've been waiting for a minute in the line. I've been waiting for at least a good 15 minutes. At the Wawa, that's a long time. Wawa, you're usually in and out. You probably wait at the most 5 minutes tops at the most. So it's a 15-minute wait. I'm a patient, man. That's not a huge deal for me. But the bigger deal is me getting ready to cash in my chips, cash in, ready to pay for my food, and this guy cut in front of me again. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, man! Somebody get him! I'm like, who is this guy? So now he can't pay for his food, and he's sitting here for this long. He's just here longer than what needs to be. People behind me are not let's say panicking, but they upset, man. They're starting to get a little bit rude. The pressure's starting to build up, man. I don't even think this guy even notices what's going on. So, I was like, you know what, man? I'll pay for your food, man. He's like, oh, yeah, for real, man? I said, yeah. I said, don't worry about it, man. I got you, man. So I ended up paying for the guy's food, man. The guy gave me that, man. I talked to him a little bit. He seemed like a pretty cool guy, but like just after I got to talk to him, I only talked to him for a couple minutes, after I paid for his food and mine at the same time. And I can see that, like, this guy, first of all, I don't think he's from America. Yeah, so I don't know if he knows how things work, like, all the way. Like, I kind of tell. But he did seem like a pretty nice guy. Like, once I had a chat with him and busted up with him a little bit, he seemed like a pretty nice guy. So, man, somebody get him, man. Somebody get him. But all in all, man, I said this story to say, I knew it was going to be a funny story. I'm sure it made some of you guys laugh to some degree. I knew it was going to be funny. That's the most important. No, I'm kidding. Well, they would make you guys laugh a little bit with this story. But at the same time, I think it's a good lesson where, you just, sometimes even when, things are just a little wonky, a little crazy, a little wacky, some kindness in the midst of that never hurts. You know what I mean? And like I said, and as you can see, I ended up talking to the guy. He ended up being pretty cool. So, it's your Oh, he ended up being pretty cool. So, hopefully, hopefully the next time, when you get somebody getting on your nerves and, you at that point where you getting ready to DT somebody, maybe you think about this story and be like, you know what, let me slide a nice gesture in there, and maybe the outcome could be different. You never know. But at any rate, I think this is a classic. I think it is safe to say this is a classic, man. 21-21, top of the fourth quarter, and I'm thinking I'm not gonna lie. At this point, I'm thinking like, man, this guy probably shouldn't even be in the game. It wasn't for those 2 fumbles. Got 14 points off of them fumbles, man. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So he scores right here at my cover 3 flat. He was not throwing in the flats, man. I think I was running that cover 3 flats a little bit too much in this game in particular. But we're coming down the field, man. We got to make something happen. We got to get a score. 2 minutes and some change left. We go over the middle to Juju. He fumbled last time. I'm like, come on, Juju. Me and you. You got enough of that me and you, man. My man got the X factor. We ended up sacking him. I'm sorry, we ended up sacking him right there. And also, he ended up sacking me when I had the X factor. I'm so sorry, y'all. I got the teams mixed up. 3rd down and 14. We go over the middle to the ball. Good play for about 7 yards. 4th down and 7. Look at this, man. Improvising by the boy, Clark Kent, a.k.a. Patrick Mahomes. It's improvising, man. So we're going to get in, not right there. 2nd down and goal. We got to make something happen, man. We got to get the juices flowing for all the marbles in Switzerland. Oh, man. Here's my honest assessment of that play. I saw everybody coming in like he did a run commit. But usually when that run commit comes in, that blitz is pretty serious. That blitz wasn't as heavy as I thought it was going to be. But I know when people run commit, I know everybody's open. So I just went to my main target. The problem was the boy Mahomes, he overthrew it. He overthrew it cause the guy, he was going for the receiver on the left, like going out. He was going there, but he was able to stop and pick that off because Mahomes, he had that one bad overthrow, and on top of that, Juju didn't run that route crisp enough. Usually that number 1 receiver runs that route a little bit more crisper. He didn't. And because basically, if he's already where he's supposed to be, my opponent doesn't pick that off. And that's a touchdown. But, things happen. Those 2 fumbles. You can't win them all.